After repelling chunks, Mario and Co. followed the Flora Sapiens underground. Was the hideout of the Flora Sapiens just up ahead? Wow, it's dark and narrow. Hey, who just kicked me? Sorry, all me. Our heroes followed the long, dark corridor, listening to the echoes of their own voices. As they groped their way along, the light at the end of the tunnel grew brighter. They had finally arrived at the inner sanctums of the Flora Sapiens. The Kragnons, kidnapped from downtown of Crag, had to be around somewhere. Chapter 5-3 A Crag in the Dark. Hello, lovely people, here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Super Paper Mario! In the previous episode, we got probably one of the best pixels in the entire game, and we got to see some pretty awesome models suggested by the lovely people of Twitter. And in today's video, it's you! Coming to you live from the foul darkness that the Flora Sapiens call home. Lesser Kragnons would weep softly. No one has set foot in this cave and emerged alive. But some make history with sheer godly willpower, and Flint Cragley is such a man. Craglio! Into the Flora Sapiens Cave of Doom! A Flint Cragley crack-trotting adventure! No, wait a second. I'll never play well on the sticks. How about Craglio! Taste danger. Flint Cragley versus a recragnated mummy in Flora Sapiens Central. Wonder if that'll test well with the weekend audience. These Kragnons are fickle. Excuse me, sir? Craglio! Suddenly out of the cave mist, mysterious living creatures lurched into view. Did they hope to dine on a fillet of Cragley? Would our hero meet these mandibles? Tune in after this brief commercial break to witness the torrid conclusion. Great cut, print it, wrap it. And what do you adults want? What are you doing here? Got a request to find a treasure called the Pure Heart. Spectacular, just fabulous. All-time coincidence, that's what it is. Just great to meet fellow adventurers, really it is. I'm ecstatic about this. Listen, call me Flint. I'm a heck of a guy to know. Best crack trotter of our time. You may know me from Flint Cragley Crag Trotter, which airs weekly on Cragvision. That's why I pretend to be kidnapped. I'm filming another epic show. Unfortunately, my idiot crew wandered off somewhere. So unprofessional. I turned away for a second, and they vanished into the foul blackness of this cave. The worst part is, they have the key that'll get me deeper into this infernal abyss. You there, have you ever run into my crew? Tell them I'm waiting and stomping impatiently. Pure adventure personified thanks you kindly. If we run into them, fine. And we get to meet somebody who's pretty popular among the Kragnons and things like that. Which, fun fact, I looked it up between videos, and Crag is a type of rock. I didn't know that before. That's kind of interesting. But anyway, we're going over this way. There's a save block over there. But something very interesting is, now that we have Cudge, we can destroy these Buzzy Beetles without having to kick them around or anything like that. And we can actually do something to the ones with the spikes on their shells. So that's pretty interesting. Now, we go over this way, and I gotta say, Flint Cragley, I don't know, something about him rubs me the wrong way. I don't know what it is, but, I'm sorry he's a fine character and all, but, I don't know, just something about him, I just don't like him. I can't quite put my finger on it, but, he's just one of those characters that I honestly kind of forget even exists whenever I replay through this game, admittedly. But anyway, enough about all of that, because now we're going over this way. We'll continue on over here, and we picked up that thing when I didn't mean to. Okay, so let's go over this way. This is a ladder that will take us to some secret areas, but we'll take care of that in a moment when we're not doing other stuff. But first things first, I'd like to go through this door, and you know what this means. Eee! We get to go on a roller coaster! Wah! Wah! That was a lame roller coaster. There were no loop-de-loops or anything like that. I want a refund. We go inside here, and there doesn't really seem to be anything in this area. Except, Tippy has something to say about it, so, I was kind of expecting that she'd say, like, some kind of hint to be something here, but, yeah, if we go down here, we can see that these Cragdons look a little different. That Cragdon had been brainwashed with a strange sprout from the Flora Sapiens. Maximum HP is 10 and attack is 1. They will attack any intruder. They aren't so tough, but if you stomp one, your score will go down. They're usually found in the mine and looking for gems for King Crocus. Now, I would demonstrate this, but I don't want my score to go down, but the concept of this enemy is very interesting, because, as the Tippy says, those Cragdons have been brainwashed, so they're still people. So, if we attack them, we're going to lose experience points. Now, I'm not quite sure if you lose enough, then your level will go down or anything like that. I don't think that's a mechanic in this game, but it's still really interesting. And I kind of wish more RPGs would do that, where if you attack a certain enemy, your score will go down. But let's flip into 3D real quick because we saw some arrows on the walls over there, and oh, it's another roller coaster! Whee! Whee! We finally kind of get loop-de-loops. Yeah, that roller coaster was just okay. Alright, there's a Flora Sapien right there. We can destroy you and get you on over here. I believe there's an item in this block right here, but I'm going to wait to get that until just a little bit later. So let's go here. Can Mario jump there? No, he can't. Okay. Well, this right here is a great opportunity to demonstrate this. So Mario and Peach can climb the ladder just fine, but if Bowser tries doing it, I can't climb this. I don't know why, but Bowser not being able to climb ladders is kind of amusing. This one right here would make sense because he's a big guy and it's a kind of a tight spot to climb around. So that one kind of makes sense, but at the same time, Bowser is like super muscular and things like that, so you'd think he'd be strong enough to do that. Plus, he climbs the ladders as fine Super Smash Brothers, so I don't know. Whoa! Where in Crag do you guys come from? Serious, who are you, brah? You're one of Flint's crew members, is that true? He's looking for you. Oh, you know where the director is? Oh, that where he is. Thanks. Ornfell's head back now. But first, you see other crew Cragdons with a little sprout on top of head. Flora Sapiens using sprouts to mind control Cragdons. They see you, they attack. Don't let your guard down, brah. Crag you later. I like how these cave people have like recording equipment for recording TV shows and things like that, and that's pretty amusing. Is it difficult to hold a boom mic? Like, I can imagine having to hold something like that in place for hours on end would be very uncomfortable. So I guess I could demonstrate this right here. So, yeah, if we do attack that guy, yeah, we lost 100 points from that, which isn't exactly that great when we're trying to level grind. Ah, yep, that was a zombie mushroom. Okay, I was thinking that would be like one of those 8-bit block things, but no, it was a zombie mushroom. It's kind of a morbid detail that the Cragdons who were brainwashed, the only food they have accessible to them right now is a zombie mushroom. That's kind of a morbid detail. But anyway, we get to go back on the roller coaster! Whee! When I was a kid, what I would do during parts like this, or if I was playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, is that I'd sit on a rocking chair, not a rocking chair, an office chair, and I'd kind of move the chair back and forth around to the same degree that the cart was moving, so it'd feel like I was on a roller coaster. What am I talking about? I still do that. I still do that when I play Roller Coaster Tycoon. Not so much this game anymore, but definitely when I play things like Roller Coaster Tycoon. So we go over there, destroy you, come on, yeah. So there's a giant boulder right here, and if we learned anything from Breath of the Wild Koroks or anything like that, if we see a boulder, it must be explosive. Haha, you found me! Bye-bye! We see a bunch of coins over here, and they make a triangle. Very convenient considering we're talking about Zelda. Alright, we go over this way. So one thing I want to talk about when it comes to planning out Let's Plays, and it's kind of like a silly thing to bring up, but this is something that's been on my mind for a bit. So I've noticed that whenever it comes to planning out Let's Plays, at least in the past, it seems like Zelda and Mario are usually two of the big ones that pair up together most of the time. And it makes sense. They're both beloved Nintendo franchises, and I love both of these games and things like that. But at the same time, I kind of don't want that to be like a pattern that happens too often, because it would get repetitive doing that all the time. But at the same time, a good chunk of Let's Plays that I want to do in the future are Zelda and Mario games. So this is something that I was just thinking about a moment ago. Anyway, more roller coasters. This one has a loop-de-loop. Whee! Oh no, another one! Okay, I'll stop. I'm sorry, I just love roller coasters. It's been so long since I've been on one. I say that, but in all reality, it's been like 3 years or so, and I know that a lot of people have like go years between being able to go to theme parks and things like that. But I love theme parks. I try to go to them as much as I possibly can because I just love theme parks. It is one of my ultimate life goals to go to every Disney theme park in the world. So far, I think I'm only missing 4. I haven't been to any of the ones in Asia or anything like that, so I haven't been to Tokyo Disneyland, Tokyo Disney Sea, or Hong Kong or Shanghai Disney. I haven't been to any of those ones yet, but someday I will. It's going to be awesome. Hey, you're not mind-controlled. You skipped from processing center, bruh? Monzo, maybe you ought to take director there. Maybe you sprout on head and mellow him out. You're one of the Cragly gentleman's crew members. He was requested to return. What? You know director? So that where he was. Aw, he told Monzo, wait here. But Monzo bet he forgot 1 second later. Job of Monzo really lame. Thanks, bro. Monzo head back now. Now I'm curious if it's difficult to hold a camera like that for long periods of time. Like, I imagine recording equipment like that would get very tiring after a while. Like, as it is, whenever I do vlogs or anything like that. I don't like having the camera up to my face too often. Like, for long periods of time or anything like that. So I imagine it's probably like that, but to a bigger degree. For, like, an actual studio camera you carry around. But at the same time, a lot of them also have, like, I don't know, like, whatever those... tripods, that's what I was thinking of. Oh, no, I didn't want to attack you. Set it over here now. And actually, wait. Bowser hasn't had a chance to go on a roller coaster yet. Let's go over here. Come on. Let's do it. Bowser on a roller coaster. Hey, get on the roller coaster. It's okay, Bowser. Don't be afraid. Just look at it. This is great! I love this part so much. Did we get that catch card? Yes, we did. Alright, so let's head back over this way. Now, there's not much left for us to do in this area, so going back to the topic of roller coasters and things like that. One thing that's been in my mind for a bit is this like video that I was watching not too long ago. One of my favorite YouTube channels. I like watching a lot of Disney theme park trivia videos, like Midway to Main Street or Defunctland and things like that. One of the ones I was watching when I was practicing for this recording session. So there's this one in Japan that like Nara Dreamland or something like that. It's not a Disney park, but it was supposed to be. because the company behind that actually contacted Walt shortly after Disneyland opened, and the construction process had already begun, but they didn't finalize the contract to actually get the Disney character license. And the contract eventually fell through because Walt and What's-His-Face couldn't come to an agreement. So, yeah, it's just something that has been in my mind for a bit. It's pretty interesting that before Walt Disney World was ever a thing, there was going to be a Disneyland Japan, things like that. Talking about Disneyland a lot in these videos, aren't I? Alright, let's go over this way. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Those coins back there, if you were to follow them, they take you to more or less the same spot, so it's not really all that worth it to go through there twice just to get their coins or things like that. There's apparently a speedrun in the original Paper Mario game where I have no idea how this works, but apparently you do a glitch in Paper Mario and then you start with Ocarina of Time. You start playing Ocarina of Time, get to a certain point after doing some glitches, then you quickly switch out the cartridges between Ocarina of Time and then start playing Paper Mario, which apparently sets up a glitch that lets you get to the end credits quickly. I have no idea how that works, and I really want to know the story of how that was discovered. In a miraculous turn of events. Miraculous, simply the best. I was reunited with my faithful camera Cragnons. But there was no time for celebration. We had to swoop to the aid of the kidnapped. With danger nibbling our heels, we ventured deeper into the forbidden cave. To do so, we used the key to the last unopened door in the Forsaken Labyrinth. So, you do have the key, right? Let me grab that. What's up? You're cragging me. You never gave the key. Oh, really? What? Key? Yes, genius, a key. Wait, don't tell me you don't have it either. Nah, bruh. Had key, but... Ah, yes, so you do have it. Good show, yes. Give it here, quickly now. No, but had key, but not have key. You lost it? A tragic career blunder ruins Cragley. Had the gods of adventure forsaken us? Nah, bruh. See, Cragley say you lose this, so Cragley hold on to it. Cragley got key, bruh. Preposterous! If such a claim were true, there would be evidence in my pocket, which there isn't. Huh? Cragley! A miracle struck. As if by magic, the long-lost key had returned to my pocket. The key to find Cragley Comprehension. It was a place of purest miracles.
Cragley spaced the key, huh? Yeah, totally.
Lucky turn of events. Finding that key.
Figures, bro.
Sir,
What a
everyone
crack.
contributed somehow.
Yeah, serious big surprise.
Now, onward. We must make our way to the last unopened door to the horrid depths. If my research is correct, and it always is, then this key should open that door. Of course, though, the door may lie a trap that would devour us all. What's that? You say you want to open the door no matter what lie in wait? Tremendous! Such a bravery! I was planning on opening it myself, of course, but since you seem so passionate... Not that I'm afraid or anything, but don't be ridiculous. I mean, that's laughable. As a fellow Crag trotter, I know you hitty thrill the hunt. I'll yield to your lead. And we get the cave key, a key to the door in the floor caverns. We'll head down first and await you by the door. Come down when you're ready. See you in 2 ticks. Now, I know my voice acting doesn't reflect this, but I honestly can't do the voice to do this. But whenever I did read this character's text, I always imagined his voice to sound like Troy McClure from like The Simpsons or something like that. What horrors crouched beyond the door? Excitement slathered the cave walls. So, yeah, go ahead and open it now. A please would be nice. Good luck, brah. Ignore director if he know you, brah. And we get to go on a roller coaster again! Now, if there's one thing I would have to complain about with this, is that the roller coaster segment, I do love this, but I don't really like how it looks in 3D. Like, we'll flip into 3D real quick to demonstrate this. And yeah, it does look kind of cool and all, but the camera runs into objects so often, and it's kind of not that great, and the draw distance isn't that far either. So I kind of wish that for this segment specifically, they'd turn the camera at an angle, so that the camera wouldn't go through objects so often. It's not that big of a problem, and I will still frequently flip into 3D and things like that. It's just more of a nitpick than a serious complaint. So, this block looks suspicious, and if we were to flip into 3D, we could see there's a bit more on the yellow side. So, let's smack that, go over here, and become super shiny! At some point, I'll remember to show Bowser's form during this. I always forget that. Someday. Just not today. Maybe tomorrow. Probably not, because I don't think I can record that far into the game in, like, 2 days. So, let's go over here, and... What? Oh, no. There's nothing here. Whatever are we gonna do? Is there anything if we... Nope. Okay, I was just double checking. Well, luckily, we did see another block not too far away. So let's head over this way. Allow me for the trim. We go over this way, and oh my goodness, it's another block! And it's there's a crackdown right here. Let's destroy you! Oh, I missed. You must not be able to witness that or whatever. I'm a monster! And now we can go over this way, and it looks like that's the end of the level, so thank you all so much for watching this episode of Super Paper Mario, and until next time... End of chapter. Oh yeah.